Hello everyone, welcome. So today we are from Group Antam and we will present our final project. So the topic is the SEM CRM Enterprise Implementation. So before we start, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Muhammad Zafran.
My name is Yohanes.
My name is Nicholas.
My name is Samuel.
And my name is Brian.
So let's move on to the first question. So the first question is identify the problems in the company which related to SEM, ERP, and CRM implementation. So based from our company PT Antam, there are several problems occurs which related to SEM, CRM, ERP, such as the first one is from the supply chain management. So there are operational cost increase. Antam faces on poor supply management, swelling payments to supplier from 8.43 trillion to 9.21 trillion, indicate inefficiency in the supply chain, possibly due to poor supply management, lack of negotiation for better terms, or inefficiencies in procurement process. There's also oversupply led to fall in selling prices, reflecting potential misalignment between supply chain planning and market demand forecasting. Next one is cash flow problems. A significant depletion of cash is 1.45 trillion for financing operating activities compared to a positive net cash flow about 405 billion. The previous year indicates possibly inefficiencies in working capital management and inventory control. Next one is the customer relationship management or the CRM. So there are revenue decline, which drop from 10.31 trillion to 8.94 trillion indicates potential CRM issues such as inadequate customer retention strategies, ineffective sales process, or failure to respond to changing customer needs and market conditions. Next one, there is a market demand allegation. So there are fluctuations in commodity prices due to speculative trading indicate potential gaps in market intelligence and customer demand forecasting, which are critical aspect of CRM. And the last one is the ERP or the Enterprise Resource Planning implementation. So there is profitability decline and there are a severe decline in gross profit from 2.84 trillion to 250 billion, suggests inefficiencies in cost control and resource planning. There's also an operating loss about 491 billion points to potential issues with financial management, cost allocation, and overhead control within the ERP system. And the last one is the inadequate financial planning and analysis. The drop from 2.11 trillion to 85 billion indicates potential weakness in financial forecasting and budgeting process. Antam also had an increased financing losses, about 335% increase in losses from financing activities, suggests possible mismanagement of financial resource and poor capital allocation strategies. Next, we move to the second question, which is the mind map.
Mind map of PT Antam Tbk. Payment to supplier increased from 8.43 trillion to 9.21 trillion. This rise in supplier cost indicates influence and higher expense in the supply chain and procurement process. Problem 1. Another cause is by depletion of cash for operating activities. Antam experienced a significant cash outflow of 145 trillion to finance operating activities compared to net cash inflow of 845 billion in the previous year. Problem 2. Global economic condition and commodity price fluctuation. Antam faced an uncertain global geopolitical economic condition and fluctuation in commodity prices, particularly in the nickel market. This led to speculative trading activities and volatility in nickel price. The oversupply of Class 2 nickel products, ferronickel and NPI, caused a decline in nickel price, impacting Antam revenue from customers. And then problem 3, uncertainty in global geopolitical and economic condition has created an unstable market environment affecting various industries, including mining. An excess supply of Class 2 nickel products, ferronickel and nickel pig iron in the global market has led to a decline in their selling prices.
Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the solutions. So the first solution is to streamline operations to reduce operational expense through process improvement, staff training, and investing in productivity and enhancing technology. The second, renegotiate terms with existing suppliers for better rates or more favorable payment terms. The third, forming joint ventures with international mining companies can provide access to new technologies, markets, and resources. This can help Antam mitigate risks associated with geopolitical uncertainties and economic fluctuations. The fourth, adjusting production levels in response to market conditions can help balance supply with demand. Reducing output during periods of oversupply can prevent further declines in price and preserve market stability. Antam should diversify its product portfolio beyond nickel to include other metals and minerals. By developing and marketing other high-demand commodities, Antam can reduce its dependence on nickel and stabilize its revenue stream. The last solution is for conserving water include turning off faucets while brushing teeth, fixing leaking taps, using efficient irrigation methods, and spreading awareness about water conservation.
So we would like to continue to the question number 3. There are several companies have the same issues with Antam. One of the companies is Rio Tinto. Rio Tinto Supply Chain Management, or SCM, Rio Tinto faces operational cost challenges due to its complex supply chain, which involves multiple supplier and transportation methods. The company had implemented various strategies to manage this cost, including negotiating with suppliers, optimizing transportation routes, and implementing lean manufacturing practices. Rio Tinto's operational cost issues have a significant impact on its profitability. The company has implemented various measures to address these challenges, including cost-cutting initiatives and productivity improvements. However, these issues continue to pose a challenge to the company's financial performance. Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP. Rio Tinto reported operating losses in 2022, primarily due to currency hedge on its external enterprise. The company also reported unrecognized current year operating losses, which were offset by the adjustment in respect of prior years and other items. Rio Tinto also incurred a loss on the disposal of its interest in subsidiary operating losses in the enterprise of Rio Tinto were reported in their annual report for 2022. The report highlighted losses from currency hedges on their external enterprise. Additionally, the taxes paid report for 2022 mentioned unrecognized current year operating losses, along with adjustment in respect of prior years and other items affecting the total tax charge. The losses included items like loss on disposal of interest in a subsidiary, reflecting financial challenges faced by Rio Tinto in that period. Customer Relationship Management, or CRM. Rio Tinto has experienced a decline in revenue in recent years, with a 3% drop in 2023 and a 12% fall in 2024. This decline is attributed to several factors, including weak demand for aluminum and iron ore, as well as lower prices for those commodities. The decline in revenue has also led to a decrease in profits. Rio Tinto's annual net profit fell by 19% in 2023 and 9% in 2024. This has resulted in a reduction in shareholder payouts as a result of the decline in profits. Rio Tinto has cut its dividend payout to shareholders. This is a measure to conserve cash and maintain financial stability. Rio Tinto has implemented various strategies to manage its operational costs, including 1. Negotiating with suppliers. The company has negotiated lower prices with its suppliers, which has helped to reduce its overall cost. The next one, optimizing transportation routes. Rio Tinto has optimized its transportation routes to reduce transportation costs. And last one, implementing lean manufacturing practices. The company has implemented lean manufacturing practices to reduce waste and improve.
Next, I'm gonna answer the question for the evaluate group solution for company problems by comparing with previous best practice proposed solution. Preparation and research form the foundation of successful negotiations. By conducting comprehensive market analysis, Rio Tinto can understand current market condition, pricing trends, and supplier capabilities. This preparation includes evaluating supplier performance, reliability, and financial stability, which help in setting realistic and achievable negotiation goals. Benchmarking supplier price and terms against industry standards can highlight areas where improvements are needed and where Rio Tinto holds leverage. From the solution provided by Rio Tinto, the best option is for PT Antam is doing a negotiation with the supplier. Negotiations can lead to more predictable and stable costs, aiding better financial planning and analysis. By locking in prices or using hedging strategies with suppliers, Antam can protect itself against market volatility and improvement its budgeting accuracy. Additionally, reducing procurement costs and improving cash flow through better terms and mitigate financing losses. To implement this solution, PT Antam should first conduct a comprehensive analysis of current suppliers, pricings, and terms, benchmarking suppliers' prices and performance against industry standards can identify negotiation opportunities. Setting clear negotiation objective and developing a strategy that includes potential contentions and fallback position is crucial. Engaging with suppliers to build long-term partnership and focusing on mutual benefits for foster trust and collaboration. By focusing on strategic supplier negotiation, PT Antam Tbk can address its SCM, CRM, and ERP challenges effectively. This approach will lead to reduced operational costs, improve cash flow, enhance customer satisfaction, and better financial performance, ultimately supporting the company's profitability and growth. And that's it from Group Antam. Thank you.